Oh man, we are just under 24 hours away from Jerome Powell deciding where we will be heading in the crypto market. Yes, the Fed officials are sitting right now in a room discussing the fate of the crypto and wider economies with the US interest rate data to come out tomorrow. Huge day tomorrow, Jerome Powell's press conference. I'll be covering it with you guys tomorrow, so make sure you're subscribed, make sure you've hit up the like button, make sure you're part of the community, as I will not let you guys miss out on the data. I'm currently traveling on business meetings, but have to stop to give you a quick update. Bitcoin down 2.5% today. A lot of nervousness going into the markets. As you guys know, Bitcoin did bounce, test the bottom of our channel here at around the 18,700, fell as low as 18,200 range, then got a bounce, but now we're rotating back red again. We're going to take a look at the charts. We're going to find out what are the key levels, and we're going to look at what is expected for tomorrow. Let's get straight into it, guys. So let's start off with what's going on in the US markets. As you can see in the US markets, we're tentative. As you'd expect, NASDAQ down 0.5%. You can see the S&P down 1% today, and the Dow Jones down 1% as well. So it's been a tricky day today. You can see here they've also got Ethereum on their homepage as well. Ethereum dropped 15% since Ethereum network. This just goes to show that we're in a proper bear market right now. The only articles you're seeing are negative ones. Otherwise, we're not getting any attention. It's literally like a lifeless sheep or something, right? No animals were harmed in this video, but it's just like just nothing there. And this is when you know, guys, this reminds you of previous bear markets where it's just lifeless. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody's interested. And that's what's happening. You go to your business meetings, nobody's talking about crypto, and that's when I love it. I just go back, buy a little more on my wallet, because I know this is where the markets are not interested. What are the markets interested about? They're interested in this. Tomorrow's expectations. 83% of the market is expecting a 75 basis points. So we're seeing a slight dip in the percentage that is expecting 100 basis points. So just 17% of the market now expecting 100 basis points rate hike. So remember, if Jerome Powell comes in hot tomorrow with 100 basis points, that really will shock markets. We need to keep a close eye on that. 75% is expected, and the markets will be able to absorb that, but the 100 basis points will really take the kneecaps away from the market and send us to the downside. So that's what we're watching out for tomorrow. More interestingly, CNBC did an interesting survey, which I wanted to share with you. The new results just came out. It's a Fed survey where they take a survey from important economists and officials and hedge fund managers, etc. And they're currently saying that a lot of the people are expecting rates to hike to an average of about 4.3% by March 2023 before cooling off. Remember, I was hoping for a bit of a cooling off before then, later this year, but it looks like after the bad inflation miss, which we covered off the last CPI reading, that's less and less likely. So I think that March 2023, Q1 next year, is the more likely target range for us to start pivoting. And remember, why is it so important that we identify when we pivot? Because when the Fed pivots, that tends to categorize the bottom of bear markets in equities, and therefore risk should rotate on, which should be good for crypto as well. So let's go jump straight now into the charts, and let's bring out our trusted EMA ribbon here on the 4-hourly. And as you can expect, guys, it's acting as resistance. We rode it here, we got sent to the downside, we rode it back here, immediately pushed back to the downside, and the bears continue to be in control. I've warned of potential price targets further down, but I expect us to go test these lows at 17,600. So I will be looking for this. The only surprise that can come to the market, the only positive we can have, is if Jerome Powell goes ahead, does these 75 basis points, but he speaks a bit dovish, right? Or he gives us a clue about when he could pivot. Maybe he says, okay, this is our last 75 basis points, or we'll do 50 basis points at the next meeting. Those are the kind of things that can get us out of this mess and allow us to start recovering to the upside. Otherwise, if it's a 75 basis points with extra hawkish tone, and he's still aggressive in his tone in the press conference, which we'll cover off as well, I expect us 17,600. I've really got limit orders set then. I'm looking for opportunities to dollar cost average in. If I bring out the daily version of the chart, let's look at the daily time frame, and again you can see we're quite extended now from our EMA ribbon. The bears continue to be in control, pushing us here to the downside. So we've pretty much undone the work which we did earlier in August, where we tried to run up mid-August towards 25,000. That's now well into the past, and now the only way for us to recover is to bounce from here, create a W, and try to work our way back to 22,000. So that's what we're working on here in the market. Let's also take a look at the dollar index. We want to look at the dollar index. Really important that we do that. Let's pull that up, and as you can see, as as the dollar index continues to show strength here, this is what's causing the continued weakness in the economy. When there's fears of a global slowdown, when people are expecting things to continue to be bad, dollar index will continue to show strength. As you can see, still quite well above its daily EMA ribbon and not showing signs of really stopping. It's showing a little bit of sideways action here leading up to the FOMC meeting, of course, but if FOMC comes in their favor, we expect dollar index to continue marching on, which means bad times for crypto. So we do have to watch that out as well. Let's also get a quick update on Ethereum, because we have been covering the Ethereum pattern, and as you can see, let's just remove this EMA ribbon. You guys know I've warned of this potential head and shoulders pattern, and indeed we did break down from it. You can see we're now below this neckline, which was the green line I was warning about. So congratulations to any of you who are shorting this. I personally don't short the market, but as you can see there, the neckline was 14.15, and we're now sitting at 1369 on Ethereum. The scary thing for this is the technical target from a head and shoulders brings you down to 830 range. I personally don't think we're going to go down there unless we get a crazy 100 basis point rate hike and things really turn sour. But first price target would definitely be the top of this channel. This green line here, that brings you to 1274, and then the bottom is at 1,000 at the bottom of the channel. Remember, Bitcoin is indeed at the bottom of its channel. So you can see the green line there. That's Bitcoin at the bottom of its channel. The reason Ethereum is much further up is because of the ETH 2.0 merger and everybody piling into Ethereum over the last couple of months. So expect some of that trading volume to start leaving Ethereum, going to other layer one solutions, going into other bets, and that therefore can put some downward pressure on the Ethereum price as well. Hope you guys are navigating this market well. Hopefully you guys have conviction. This is the most important thing to be doing now. I put out a YouTube short. Make sure you guys go watch that. This time is not for you to be sitting there and dwelling. It's for you to be building conviction. The future crypto millionaires and the current millionaires who will remain millionaires, become centi-millionaires and the rest of it, they're building their conviction right now. They're sitting there finding the next best gems. They're not disheartened. They're not looking at their wallet, oh, we're down 85% and crying and looking for someone to blame. They're researching. They're listening to interviews. They're reading white papers. They're understanding projects. What did we learn from previous bear markets? How can we take this into future cycles? How can we become better investors? How can we manage our psychology? What can we do to bring in more income so I can invest more income into crypto during a bear market? These are all the things that proactive investors are doing right now, and you need to take a hard look at yourself to ask yourself, are you doing those things? And if you're not, what is causing you to not do those? Do you not have conviction? Do you not believe in the crypto space? Do you not believe in certain projects? Do you not know where to get started? I'll give you one place to get started. My free TA course, it's in the description. Guys, this course is worth over $1,000. I can sell it all day long for $1,000, but I've put it out for free to you guys on Skillshare. Link is in the description. Go watch it. Right? How many of you are actually going to go and watch that from start to end? It's completely free. EMA ribbons, head and shoulders pattern, everything. So when the next bull market comes, at least you've invested in yourself. It's free. You've invested in yourself so you know, okay, this is how I enter a trade. This is how I exit. And you can use that for your entry points, even for your DCA. It's a skill to have. Because if you're serious about the crypto space, you've got to know TA, you've got to know macro, you've got to know fundamentals. And if you can work on all of those in a bear market, that's going to pay heavy dividends in the bull market. Because what's going to happen in the bull market, and we'll head on over here to see, what will happen in the bull market is everybody's going to start flooding in, right? Then we're going to see, the green in the equity markets. We're going to see everything on this CNBC will be Bitcoin reaches record high. It's going to be right here. Right here, you can visualize it. And then you can ask yourself, did I put in the work? Did I put in the work when it mattered to accumulate, when Bitcoin was sitting at these prices? When we go into the weekly chart and we see how heavily retraced we are on crypto, did I put in the work around this level? That's what you're going to be asking yourself. And how can you currently answer that question? Do you feel like you've done enough? If you're not, you've still got time. You've still got time at these low prices, potentially even lower prices, back down to that 17,600 level to go and make it happen. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you appreciate this update, even sat here in a car, then smash the likes. Don't forget to subscribe. As always, I promise to keep you guys updated. Go watch this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.